hope that these blushes are coming across as stunning as they are in real life because it's just so beautiful. Hey guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I am so excited for this video because we're doing another Clean Beauty Code top 5. We are talking about my top 5 favorite powder blushes, and I feel like powder blushes are A, slept on, B, a must. And in summer, a requirement for your blush to last really, really long all day, because layering on top of a cream blush is just, it just makes the blush last so long, look good all day, but not make your face look super, super wet and kind of your cheeks kind of look like they're melting off. Because sometimes some cream blushes can kind of just melt off. They really keep everything in place and make makeup look so much better. I have some really good ones here today, but I would love to know, because you guys know me so dang well, what do you think my number 1 powder blush is gonna be? Let me know down below. And yeah, I just want to jump into the video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below, not just on what my number 1 blush will be, but also what kind of top 5 videos do you want to see, or just videos in general, or products you want me to review. Let me know down below. And yeah, let's just jump right into my top 5 powder blushes. Powder blush, I'm so excited. I love a powder blush. I have so many and I keep collecting them because I can't stop. They're so good. I would love to know down below what your favorite powder blush is, but I would also love to know what types of brushes do you like to apply your powder blush with. Let me know. I feel like with powder blush you can go a lot of routes. I want to talk about the brushes I like to use really quick. I like to use fluffy brushes like this. Flower Beauty also has one that is a little less, like, flimsy isn't the right word, but it's a little bit more dense than this one, but that one is really, really good. I don't know why I didn't grab that one. Then I love this. This is a duo fiber brush. This is like a cheap one that I bought online. I'm going to make sure to link it down below, but this is great. I have 3 of these, and this is one that when I really want my blush to just lay a certain way, this is, I don't know what is in this brush. It's like crack, but it's so good. It's so good. And then I also like a brush like this. So this is a double-ended brush, but a brush like this that's super, super fluffy, where I can just kind of place it and just kind of apply, and it just, something that blends really well too. These are great. Now let's get into the blushes, because that's what we're here for. My number 6 blush, powder blush formula, is actually one that is kind of discontinued, or not discontinued, but it's no longer being made, and it is from Fawn Beauty. Now, Fawn is Katie Fawn's brand. She's also on YouTube and like TikTok and stuff, but she had a brand. It's no longer, from what I understand, in stock, these products. However, she might bring it back at some point, but this is beautiful. If it is available still, I'm going to link it down below, because this is a great palette and it has so many beautiful shades. So I want to swatch all the blushes today. I don't know why we're watch, useless. And we're going to start with this. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula. Some are more matte, some are not, but we're going to do a nice kind of swatching. Beautiful. So I'm going in order of this side, like that. I feel like that's a good order at which to do this. I feel like if I don't see or look, I'm gonna make a mess. All kind of have really similar formulas except for this shade here. And this one is Passenger Princess. The rest are more on the matte side, and this one has a bit of a sheen to it. It's beautiful. Also, the name Passenger Princess is so cute. And then there we go. I did such a bad job swatching it. Let me try and kind of even this out a bit, because am I kidding? These are all the shades, so beautiful, and they last super long on the cheeks. I'm sad that Fawn Beauty is kind of now focusing more on skincare. The brand still exists, but the kind of makeup-y portion of it is kind of on hold for now, I believe. But I really like this quad. So if it ever comes back in stock, grab it, because I feel like The formula is just so good, and people love a pinky blush. Ideal. So the next, number 5, and we're talking about the Jane Iredale. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Blushes. This one is sheer honey. It's beautiful, and I know it's like, what even is this? This looks so boring, but I promise you it's not. It's stunning, and it's one that is a really good dupe for Warm Honey from Becca, and who doesn't like a Becca dupe? It's just so beautiful, and when it's on the cheeks, it has a bit of a pink tone to it. Even though it looks so boring, I know it does, it actually is beautiful. And I don't know, I love a beigey kind of blush, and this gives me that kind of blushy tone. It's so beautiful, even though it looks boring and beige and just blah. It is one of my favorite formulas, and also just one of my favorite colors. It's such a good alternative to Warm Honey from Becca, because that I know was so many people's favorites. This is nice, and the formula is beautiful, lasts super long on the cheeks, blends like a dream. So if you dip in and you kind of just apply to your cheeks, it just kind of melts in and doesn't look like powder on the skin, which is amazing. But when you layer it on top of other cream blushes and stuff like that, it lays beautifully, and it doesn't have like a patchiness that you can sometimes get with certain powders mixed with certain creams. For all the creams I've layered this on top of, I've never had an issue. It is gorge, even though it does look boring. I swear, on the cheeks, it's beautiful. I actually have a video where I review this, and I try this on camera so you can see, and it really is just such a beautiful shade. Now moving on to number 4, and this one I feel like won't surprise a lot of people, especially if you've been here a while, but we're talking the Jason Wu Beauty. These blush trios, they're just incredible. So I have 3, and this one here is Drive to Napa, which is stunning. I mean, look how beautiful that is. I love this, and not all the formulas are the same in this one. So this one has a bit of a sheen, and these ones are more on the matte side. We're gonna do a little swatch of those. I mean, look how beautiful they are. There are these 3 on the end here. Just so beautiful and so pigmented, so pigmented, so pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, a very little bit. Don't make the same mistake I did when I first tried these out, because in my mind, for some reason, I don't know why, I thought they weren't going to be pigmented. They are super pigmented, but I love this quad. This one here, the more peachy toned one, is beautiful. The ones that have a little bit more sheen to them do have a little bit more kick up, a little bit more fluff created. However, just tap it off and apply, and they melt into the skin like a dream. These are so, so good. Then the next one I have here is Babe from Saint-Tropez. This is so beautiful in summer, nonstop. This shade here, actually all of them, but this shade here, nonstop. I'm gonna swatch this one for you too. So all of these ones in this palette are matte. Okay, so we have the Babe from Saint-Tropez swatched on this side. They're really, really beautiful. I would say that this shade here, although it looks so minimal here on my hand, on my arm, it really does give like nice like pigment, because what's nice about these powders is they're not like shoved in the pan super hard, they're not pressed in the pan super hard. So with that, you get a lot more pigment, and you just like tap it off or like dust it off on the back of your hand and then apply it, because the pigmentation is strong with these. Next we have this one, the what is this one? Sexed, and this is beautiful. All of these have shimmer to them, but like not glitter, shimmer. And if you're really into, make sure to swatch this, if you're really into the Charlotte Tilbury kind of like shimmery cheek style makeup, this one is definitely for you. It's just so stunning, and the sheen is so beautiful, and it gives such a it packs such a punch in the best way. These are very pigmented though, so with anything, but just with these, definitely a light hand is necessary, because if not, it gets crazy fast. Okay, we have the swatches here. on the end. They're just stunning. And when you get close to them, they have the most beautiful sheen. I hope this is, oh yeah, it's kind of picking it up. Just so beautiful. I love these. And again, they're super long wearing. They do have a little bit of kind of kick up. So just dust off or tap off the excess or dust it off on the back of your hands just so you don't over apply, because they are very, very pigmented, and that is a mistake I've made multiple times because I don't take the time to just dust it off and then apply it. But they're beautiful. I love those formulas. All right, we're moving on to blush number 3. And blush number 3, I feel like will be surprising to some but not to others. You'll let me know down below if you were surprised by this. The Cover FX blushes. I love this formula. It's absolutely stunning. And this is the shade Warm Honey. This is so like just me in a blush. Like this is what I like. It's like a beigey kind of shade that kind of looks like nothing, but once it's on the cheeks, it's like, oh, honey, you're so cute. This is beautiful. I love this formula. It melts into the skin, layers beautifully on top of creams. It also layers beautifully together, so you can just wear the matte alone, but the shimmer on top of the matte is just gorgeous, or just wearing the shimmer alone, just absolutely stunning. I love these blushes. Let's do a little swatch. I don't know if I said the name. I got the shade Warm Honey, beautiful. And I actually have my eye on another shade, but I don't know if I am 100% sure I want to get it. I'm between two. And I know what you're gonna say. Just get both. I thought about it. Okay, so here we have Warm Honey. So we have the matte on the far end here, and then we have the shimmer, and layered together, they're beautiful. Just stunning. I love this formula. Again, melts into the skin, lasts super long on the cheeks, layers great with other products, creams and stuff, but layers beautifully together. I've even used the shimmer on top of other blushes before, and I've just loved it. They're just absolutely beautiful. I love a blush that has a bit of a sheen to it, because it gives such a youthful, stunning cheek. And this is where I want to shine, kind of. If I am gonna go with something more shiny, I want the focus kind of here, and then the rest can be more on the natural, not fully matte because I'm not a matte girl, but just on the more natural side. But I love just a really, I mean, look at this is not anything I'm talking about right now, but just I love this type of a sheen to the cheek. It's just stunning. Moving on to the next blushes. Blush number 2 is one that I feel like won't surprise anyone. The Haus Labs blushes. Now, I have the older packaging and the newer packaging. For me, the formula seems the exact same. All they did was really make it a little bit cheaper, but then make it a lot bit smaller. So it went from, let me make sure, 11 grams to 5 grams. And I feel like the difference was maybe $4, which I feel like it probably could have been a little bit less, but that's okay. It really takes me so long to get through powder blush, because a little bit usually goes such a long way. So I'm okay with it, but it would have been nice if they reduced it a little bit more, but this is the size difference. I do like the new packaging in the sense of like this. I had to like look at the back to see what the shade is, and this I can just see it from the front and the back, which is really nice. Now let's do some swatching. So I have this one here, which is Hibiscus Haze, I believe. Yeah, Hibiscus Haze. This is beautiful. I love this shade. It's so gorgeous. And I'm gonna do some swatching of this one for you. All right, we have Hibiscus Haze. It is a really beautiful shade, and these blushes do pack a punch. So a light hand. I feel like most of the blushes that I love do pack a punch, at least for me. I do feel like a lot of people like more blush than I like. So if you like super, super intense blush, then you might not even need a light hand, but just in case, a light hand. And then we have Pomelo Peach, which is, I'm actually currently wearing this on my cheeks today, and it is just so beautiful. There we have Pomelo Peach. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just so gorgeous. And again, I actually filmed this look on my face today, and I did go a little heavy-handed with it, and then had to kind of rectify the issue. It rectified fine, but it really, really is pigmented. So just walk. Don't run with this blush because it gets crazy. And then we have one of the new ones, a Fire Moon, which is just the most beautiful summer blush shade in my opinion. It is just so stunning, and I feel like for that really burnt at the beach look, this is just the blush you need. And here we have Fire Moon. So beautiful, gorgeous, and it really does look more fiery, okay, than it does here. I feel like it looks a little bland, but I swear it's not bland. She's cute. So then last but not least, we have my #1 favorite powder blush right now, and I would love to know down below what you think it is. If you haven't guessed it, guess it. Did you guess it? Okay, my #1 favorite blush is these ones from Bare Minerals. It's their Gen Nude kind of blush bronzer kind of duo style, or that's what they call it. They call it, what's the full name? Gen Nude Blush plus Bronzer. And to me, they're more just blush, but they do give a kind of beachy effect a little bit, so I kind of get it, but to me they're more just a true blush. So this one here is actually my most used. This is Kiss of Pink, and this one is absolutely stunning. I just love it. You honestly can't go wrong with that with this shade. It looks so beautiful, and a very little bit of this, just all of these, goes a long way because they're not pressed in the pan super hard, which is nice because you get like a good amount of product. But you just want to make sure, oh, it's just so beautiful. You just want to make sure you're not overdoing it, because even though this looks, you're like, okay, what's she gonna do? When on the cheeks, she really packs a punch, truly. Even this one and the other two are so pigmented. So then the next one here is my second most grabbed of the 3 shades that I have. And this is Kiss of Rose. It's just so stunning. I love this shade, and just, it really packs the most beautiful punch. But what's nice about this formula is if you made a mistake and you applied too much, it's easy to rectify, but once it kind of is there, it's there. Okay, now we have Kiss of Rose. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I love this one in fall specifically. This was in my bag constantly, but this is also one that I'm really comfortable wearing in summer. It's not one that I really grab in spring that much, just because I feel like Kiss of Pink is a little bit more of a spring shade for me, but this in like summer, fall, winter, any other season but spring, this is it. And then we have one that's like a really good high summer blush, and it is Kiss of Copper, and this one is so, I mean, look at that. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Okay, and that is Kiss of Copper. It's just so beautiful. I hope that these blushes are coming across as stunning as they are in real life, because it's just so beautiful. I love these blushes. These formulas are great. The Bare Minerals powders, the reason I love them so much is they have a little bit of sheen, so they remind me of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. I just love these. They are so good. And I mean, I've talked about these enough. They're in like every favorites video of mine, so I feel like it's not shocking. But I feel like if you're looking for like an event blush or something, and you don't necessarily want to go Hourglass, you're not really sure what to go with, I would definitely go here. And I would say my favorite of all of them is definitely Kiss of Pink, just because it's just like the perfect pink shade. But then also Kiss of Rose. I feel like for a lot of people, Kiss of Rose is going to be it. This is so stunning. And I know they have other shades now beyond the 3, because I bought all 3 when they only had 3, because I have a problem. I know I have a problem. But they have more shades now, so there's other options. There's other pink shades, but they are just stunning. And yeah, that is it for my top 5 powder blushes. I would love to know down below, what are your favorite formulas? Let me know. I feel like I've tried a ton of formulas. I always try everything, kind of from the clean world and conventional world. I try everything out. I like to test everything against each other to kind of see which is best. And I feel like I found some really good ones. So let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorites are. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.